What's going on, everyone? Figured I'd do a little review on a multi-tool setup that I bought from a company called Proyama. I've done a little review on their hedge trimmers that I am thoroughly satisfied. As I've said before, I own a little small side business, a little lawn business, and being this isn't my full-time gig, I don't really have the funds to buy the high-end steel Husqvarna Echo tools. Don't get me wrong, there are some tools that I buy that are going to be them for this job. I mean, this business. My main weed eater is a Echo 2620, one of the best ones you can get. But for the tools that I don't use 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day, you don't necessarily have to buy those high-end tools. As far as I'm concerned, something like this is probably one of the best things that a homeowner or a prosumer or a part-time person can buy, because you can get a very good quality tool without spending $600, $700, $800 on something like this. That being said, this is a Chinese product. A lot of the Chinese products that you get, not really very good build quality. I have been very impressed with Proyama's build quality. Their connections, their joineries that they put into these pieces of equipment are solid. They're not thin and flimsy. They're bolted with thick, long bolts. They tie into very strong connections. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. All right, so this is the Proyama 42 something cc multi-tool. Of course, you get the power head, the weed eater attachment, the pole saw, an extension, hedge trimmer. You get multiple things, a saw blade, a little tri-blade, all the little extra stuff that you get with most of the Chinese stuff. Most of the stuff for me is useless. I don't really use any of that. Of course, the tool kit and the blades I'll use. Most of this safety gear, depending on the situation, I really don't use them. What I like about Proyama is you get a nice carrying bag with this. You don't really get that with anybody else. The harness system that you get, that's actually a pretty good, durable one. I've gotten some of these other tools before, and the harness system is a piece of junk. This one's actually decent. It's good, thick strapping. But my main thing that I want to talk about is the build quality. These connections are not thin little flappy connections that tie in. This is a good solid piece of steel right here, and the thread patterns go all the way through and lock in to set in nuts. When I was putting this thing together, that was the first thing I said to myself was, man, they did not cheap out on the build quality. Everything feels heavy and durable. I have not ran this particular unit yet. I'm fixing to. But I have ran the hedge trimmers that I have, and those things are spectacular. They cut every bit as good as my Husqvarnas that I've had for 40% of the price. For someone who's not doing this every single day, but does need a good product, or a homeowner that wants to buy a decent product that'll get them through some years, I don't think you can go wrong with this setup. I'm like everybody else. I don't have a lot of money, especially right now in this economy. So if I'm trying to make extra money for my family, I can't afford to spend a lot of money to do it. So I'm going to get these things fired up, run them a little bit, try to video record them. Right now, if they run anywhere near as good as I feel like the build quality is going to allow them to, for the homeowner or the prosumer or part-time landscaping guy, go this route. Don't spend the $700-800 on an Echo or something like that unless you know that you're going to get enough business out of it to produce that money back into your business. So just to get a little heads up, closer shot of this. So here is the pole saw. That is not a thick, a little thin, flimsy guide bar. I'm very impressed with that guide bar. It felt heavy. It felt very durable. The chain is razor sharp. The adjustments that I've made on it so far, just getting it on here, everything moves smoothly, everything tied in good and tight. I'm gonna put some bar oil on this and do a little cutting with it, of course, but you know, I am very impressed with the build quality, and I want to stress that. I can tell you this, I have bought some Wild Badger products before. I'm sure you're familiar with them. I am not dogging Wild Badger. I've had some warranty claims with them, and they honored their warranty. But their build quality to me did not feel as solid and durable as Proyama does. Their equipment feels better to me. You know, longevity, we'll find out. But if I can get 2 years out of this for my small business, this thing will pay for itself 10 times over. So I'm going to go ahead and get these things fueled up and get them running, and do a little video showing you what they do. I didn't do a video of the unboxing and the put together. If you don't know how to do that, there's 600 videos on YouTube. You can find them. That's not me. You know, I want to show you what I think is most important, and it's build quality and runnability. So I'm gonna get them fired up, and I'll get back with you. All right, so I just got it fueled up. This thing is brand new out of the box. I have not pulled the cord on it one time. The only thing I've done is fueled it up, primed the bulb, and put it in choke. Let's see how she fires up and runs right off the bat. It does have the easy start. 3 pulls on choke. 1 pull. 1 pull. That's pretty amazing. All right, so far she's running pretty good. I'm gonna go over here to some thick Bahia. Like I said, I have not ran this thing. That's the first time it is cranked up. I'm gonna put this on some thick Bahia and see how she cuts. I will say this, carrying it, it's a 42cc unit. It has some weight to it, but it's not uncomfortable. I feel like I can control it. So anyway, this has got their brand string on it. I'm sure it's not high quality string, so I'll give it a little bit for that. You know, understand that it's not probably gonna cut the best, but let's put this unit on this thick Bahia right here and see how she cuts. I'm doing this with one hand, so it probably ain't gonna be the cleanest. I can live with that. I'm pretty impressed by that. All right, we're gonna change some heads out and see what else the rest of it will do. All right, so to change the heads out, it's not hard at all. So you just take this little T-handle right here, loosen it up, and I'm gonna put this phone down so I can have both my hands. See if I can get it where y'all can see. I can get it to sit still. Bear with me. All right, there we go. So I loosen the T-handle, and then you have this little pull ring right here. You just pull it out, twist and pull, and that power head, that attachment comes right out. So let's go with the hedge trimmers. Again, none of this has been used yet. So Y'all are seeing it run for the first time just like I am. All right, so you have a little hole right here that you need to line up with that pull, that little pull ring. We're gonna put it in straight right there. Pull that little clip out and just try to get it in there to that, you see that ring pop in. There, we're gonna see if I can get that straight. All right. And just try to get it lined up to pop on in there. And there she goes. All right, when we come back, she'll be running. All right, we're gonna see how the hedge trimmers work. This is gonna be the first restart since getting it ready to go. Bear with me, I'm gonna try to get you propped up where y'all can see. All right, looks like you can see a little bit. So fixing to restart it after putting the hedge trimmer attachment on and see how she trims. Fired right up. Let's see if I can zoom in for you a little bit. Let me find something else to prop you up. Hang on. I'm doing this off the whim, y'all. This isn't something that I prepared for. And I think it's best to actually let you hear a good live, real review of it. Sorry, Mel. Bear with me. All right, let's see how she does. Y'all, yeah, so far I'm really liking this piece of equipment. All right, we're gonna go to the pole saw attachment. See if I can show you what that'll do. All right, so I got the pole saw attachment on there, got it filled with bar oil. Actually got distracted, had to go do something else in the middle of making this video, which actually is a good opportunity. Let's see how it starts after it has sat for a little bit. I'm sorry for my picture quality, guys. I'm trying to do all this barehanded, and I don't know where my phone holder is, so just bear with me. I'm just kind of rigging this up where I can make it work. All right, so I got it turned back on. It's been down for about 20 minutes or so, so I'm gonna see if it'll fire up without priming and choking. If not, I'll go ahead and throw it back on choke. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. All right, so I'm gonna do this one-handed. This is gonna be fun, but we're gonna try it. All right. Y'all, I'm stupid. I got the chain on backwards. I'll be back in 5 minutes. All right, take 2 on the pole saw. So I put this thing together last night. Wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing. Anybody who's ever ran any kind of chainsaws or anything, if any of them say they've never put a chain on backwards, they're full of it, or they haven't ran one long. But hey, what's a good video without a blooper? So let's fire it back up. All right, let's see how she cuts. Oh yeah, that was butter. Cuts good. Cuts real good. This actually hangs down a little low while I'm cutting grass, so that's about 1.5 inches, maybe 2-inch limb right there. Yeah, this is man, for the money. For the money, this is very impressive. You know, like I said, you can go pay $700-800 for a steel combi or a Echo PAS system, and you may not even get all these attachments at that price, honestly. So I really don't have much else to say, y'all. Let me flip over here. It speaks for itself. It is fired back up every single time. I haven't had to tune anything. You've seen first start, 3 pulls on choke. Fired up after that. Everything is functioning exactly the way it's supposed to. I will say, the weed eater head, go ahead and get rid of that thing. Look at that wood chip in my beard. Get rid of that weed eater head. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you that's a great weed eater head. I would throw a Husqvarna head on there, maybe an Echo Speed feed on there. All this extra stuff that comes with it. Honestly, I wish they wouldn't give us that stuff and just give us a little bit better price on the equipment. Other than that, everything I've dealt with Proyama has been very impressive. I've seen a lot of videos on their chainsaws, and everything I've seen about their chainsaws says they're quality product. I mean, yeah, they're Chinese clones, people. Let's not lie. I mean, we know what they are. But the Chinese clones have stepped up a lot over the last few years. Kind of Holtz Forma came out years ago, and they're kind of the ones who really pioneered bringing out a little bit higher quality Chinese equipment. And then Neotech came out behind them with their chainsaws, and I love Neotech. Man, their customer service is awesome. But leave them out. I'm sorry, I got gnats flying in my ear. We'll leave Neotech and Farmer Tech out of it. Proyama. So they have a wide variety of tools. So far, I've owned 2 of them, and I am extremely impressed with them for the money. I don't know what else to tell y'all. Look into them. They're worth the money. You know, me as a small business owner, this might be all I need to get me through a couple of years of service. You know, if this $300-ish package makes me $5,000, $8,000, $10,000 over the next couple of years, I'll buy it again. I can't speak for the longevity, but I can speak for the build quality and the performance. So y'all look into them, give them a shot. I appreciate you. Take care.